So what we know, actually it consists of two types of, according to Einstein law, every reacting molecule will absorb one quantity of radiation. So generally small amount, if suppose very small amount light absorb, it will bring a large change. If large amount of light absorb, it will bring a very small change. Okay, so coming to here, generally coming to primary process. For example, here any atom or molecule if you are taking, so we are speaking about here primary process. So here when we apply light, then what will happen? This will get activated. This atom will excite. Okay. So means what here? This excited molecule, it does not mean that reaction will take place, or only one molecule will react. It may absorb the light or it may not absorb the light. This activated molecule. So this is called what here? This is called primary process in photochemistry. So generally this excited atom, whatever this excited atom or molecule by absorption will behave in two ways. That is what here? Four possibilities we are having for this distinction molecule, this excited molecule we are having. So in the type 1, what happens here? The energy whatever it is absorbed, it raises the molecule to an excited state, which is an unstable. Means the molecule break up into atom or radicals on immediately on absorption of photons, we can say. That is dissociation of molecule take place. Means what here? What I have told you? Already here the energy absorbed, it raises the molecule to an excited state. So this is an unstable state, we can say. Why? Because the molecule break up into atoms or radicals immediately when absorption of photons. Means dissociation of molecule is going to take place. Means what here? The fragments whatever it is formed with different kinetic energy will be in a continuous spectrum. And in the second step, what happens means the electrical transition from a stable ground state to stable excited state. There will be no direct dissociation of the molecule. Means it is existing of discontinuous bands, we can say. Okay, in third state what happens? It is raised to a higher level. It acquired is more than the binding energy. Energy is required more. Okay, it will undergo dissociation. This will be continuous we are going to have. In the type 4, transition occur from the lower level to upper level. So here due to vibration what happens? It may shift from stable state to the unstable state. So this is going to take place. So these are the 4 steps. In the first step what happens? Whenever observe the reacting molecule to an excited state, it is unstable. Why? Because the molecule is break up into atoms or radicals, we can say, immediately. The transition from a stable ground state to excited state it is forming, means there is no direct dissociation of molecule, it is going to happen. And type 3, it is raised to higher level. It requires more energy. It requires stable upper level also. Transition occurs from lower level to stable upper level. Okay. So coming to secondary process, what happens? So this excited molecule during primary process, it may undergo some changes due to reaction. The excited molecule during primary process undergo some changes. What is the changes? First one, it may react to form final product. It may form what here? It may can form final product. Second one, it may deactivate partly or fully deactivate, or sometimes no reaction occurs. It may start a chain reaction also. Means what here? As the law of photochemical equivalence, it is applicable to only primary process. Means light radiation is essential only for primary process. But here it is important to know the secondary process may take place in the dark, providing the products of first reactions are available. Okay, so let us see examples. Here we are taking here hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride example. So means what here? Generally when a mixture of hydrogen and chlorine Cl2 and HCl will give, in the presence of light, it will give wavelength less than 480 degrees, fast reaction taking place, it will form. So means what? H2 plus Cl2 in the presence of light, and at 480 nanometer it is giving 2HCl. Means the quantum yield is very high here. We can say 10 power 4 to 10 power 6. Due to the presence of oxygen, what happens means it slow down the rate of reaction and also slow down the quantum yield. So coming to primary process. What is the primary process? Dissociation of chlorine. Means when chlorine is treating, here it is forming Cl radical plus Cl radical, chain initiation step. Okay, secondary process, what happens here? Cl radical plus H2, which will be exothermic reaction. It is giving HCl plus H radical, and H radical plus Cl2, it will give HCl plus Cl radical, and Cl radical plus Cl radical, it will give Cl2. The step 2 and 3, what happens? It is giving a chain reaction. So here there is possibility of the formation of number of molecules of HCl due to absorption of single quanta of radiation. The reaction stops when Cl atom only left off combined with each other to form Cl2, which will be seen in the step 4. Here what happened? The reaction is stopping. Why? Because the Cl is left when combined with to form Cl2. It takes place on the walls of the vessel also, we can say. The primary process in hydrogen chloride. So this is nothing but HCl, chain initiation step, the reaction to enter a chain propagation step, and chain, this one we call it as chain initiation, chain propagation, these two, chain termination. Okay, why the reason for quantum yield is very high? Because step 2 and 3 are repeated large number of times before the chain termination. Okay, so means what here? The quantum yield in the combination reaction of hydrogen and bromine is very low as compared to hydrogen chloride. Why? Because here quantum efficiency means what here? Reaction between chlorine atom, hydrogen molecule immediately follow the primary process, which will be a exothermic. It can release energy. Whereas in hydrogen bromine, what happens? It is highly endothermic, we can say at ordinary temperature. So H plus O2, we can give HOO radical also. And also we can take HBr. So means what here? H2 plus Br2, it will give 2HBr. Okay, so here in the presence of light at 450 to 550 nanometer, so it is having 0.01 quantum yield. So primary process, what is the primary process? We are going to have Br2 plus H mu, 2Br radical. Secondary process, we are going to have Br plus H2 endothermic, HBr plus H radical, H plus Br2, it will give HBr plus Br radical, H plus HBr, it will give H2 plus Br radical, Br radical plus Br radical, it will give Br2. So means what? It is attacking hydrogen molecule to form hydrogen bromide and a hydrogen atom, primary step. So the hydrogen atom attack bromine, forming another molecule, hydrogen bromine, another bromine atom. Reaction 2 and 3, what happens? It repeating this step. It is highly endothermic. Why? Because it requires high activation energy. And coming to here, it is very slow, ordinary temperature, which depends upon step 2. Step 3 depends upon step 2. It is also slow. And step 4, which is reverse of step 2. It is increasingly important, and rate of formation of HBr decreases. Is the second step 5 is the secondary process, in which bromine atom combine to form Br2 molecule, which is the reversal of primary process. So this is about examples of the quantum yield. Thank you.